Good evening, this is a special financial investigative broadcast from Next Star Studio, analyzing the high-stakes economic power shifts inside the contemporary music industry. In our previous reports, this newsroom has deconstructed the creative and distribution battles fought by independent icons. We exposed the hidden mechanisms of institutional gatekeeping and analyzed the strategic countermaneuvers used to bypass major label monopolies. Tonight, we open the most crucial economic chapter of all, a comprehensive forensic deconstruction of what financial analysts are calling the Master Rights Heist of the decade. In the traditional entertainment ecosystem, the true source of generational wealth does not come from live performances or merchandise. It resides entirely within the ownership of the master recordings. For decades, major multinational conglomerates have utilized aggressive legal frameworks to strip artists of their intellectual property, ensuring that the lion's share of streaming royalties flows directly into corporate bank accounts. However, as our team reviews the extraordinary economic metrics recorded in this current era of 2026, a massive structural anomaly has shaken the industry. Jordan, by refusing to yield to corporate pressure, has executed a flawless logistical takeover, securing absolute self-governance over her financial future. Tonight, we bypass the standard commercial PR and dive straight into the numbers, exposing how this independent queen successfully bypassed the corporate traps, secured 100% of her master rights, and built a self-sustaining financial empire completely on her own terms. To truly understand the massive scale of Jordan's financial victory, our investigative unit must expose the predatory economic models traditionally used by major Hollywood record labels to exploit raw talent. Under standard industry multi-album deals, when a young artist signs with a centralized conglomerate, the label advances the capital for recording, marketing, and distribution. In exchange, the corporate entity demands absolute ownership of the master rights in perpetuity. This means that even after the artist fully pays back every dollar advanced through their own music sales, the label continues to own the physical audio data and retains up to 85% of all subsequent streaming revenues. Our newsroom investigation reveals that for a generational phenomenon like Jordan, whose deep symphonic soul and timeless jazz catalog possess immense long-term streaming valuation, entering such a contract would mean surrendering tens of millions of dollars in future equity. High-level boardrooms routinely exploit the financial vulnerability of emerging prodigies, locking them into long-term distribution loops that strip them of their intellectual property. By analyzing historical case studies of former talent competition winners, our team notes a consistent pattern of corporate asset liquidation, where the artist is left financially depleted while the institution reaps massive dividends from their catalog. Jordan's early refusal to enter this system of capital exploitation was a high-stakes financial gamble that altered her entire career trajectory. We now analyze the brilliant operational infrastructure deployed by Jordan and her immediate advisory team to execute the direct-to-consumer logistical bypass. When an independent artist chooses to retain their master rights, they must fund and manage their own distribution, bypassing the traditional gatekeepers who control mainstream radio and corporate retail pipelines. Traditional industry insiders predicted that without a multi-million-dollar corporate marketing budget, Jordan's catalog would fail to achieve large-scale financial viability in the modern crowded digital landscape. However, our journalistic team has analyzed her operational footprint, revealing a highly sophisticated utilization of decentralized media technology. Instead of wasting capital on traditional mainstream public relations, her team engineered direct streaming channels and leveraged organic digital syndication. By establishing an unmediated, highly responsive connection with a multi-million-strong global audience, she completely removed the corporate middleman. This strategic autonomy allowed her to capture the full economic value of her global listener base. The data shows that in this era of 2026, while major labels are struggling with high corporate overhead and declining consumer loyalty, Jordan's independent channels are thriving, proving that a dedicated global audience is the ultimate shield against institutional distribution filters. The absolute proof of this independent triumph is found within the definitive financial data points compiled by our newsroom in this current era of 2026. Financial analysts specializing in the entertainment sector estimate that Jordan's independent production infrastructure yields substantially higher net profit margins per individual stream compared to traditional major label frameworks. Because she retains 100% ownership of her master recordings and publishing rights, every single stream across global digital platforms translates into direct corporate equity for her independent empire. Furthermore, our investigation tracked her recent live performance metrics, which reveal absolute capacity crowds filling the most prestigious cultural amphitheaters and historic opera houses from London to Tokyo entirely through independent ticketing systems. These massive arena events require zero validation from traditional Hollywood executives. The economic metrics deliver an undeniable verdict. By protecting her master rights, Jordan has successfully decoupled her financial future from the traditional studio system. The corporate gatekeepers who once attempted to leverage their distribution monopolies to force her submission are now watching an autonomous creator achieve massive financial scale while maintaining absolute creative freedom over her historic musical heritage. As we draw this definitive financial investigation to a close, the final journalistic verdict stands as a historic warning to the old Hollywood establishment. Jordan's successful protection of her master rights is no longer just a victory for a single independent artist. It represents a major structural shift in the power dynamics of the global entertainment business. She has completely shattered the historic myth of corporate dependency, demonstrating to creators across the globe that absolute ownership of your intellectual property is the only true path to long-term financial freedom. This special extended broadcast has been brought to you by Next Star Studio, committed to delivering rigorous, data-driven, and investigative journalism regarding the world's most phenomenal independent vocal powerhouses. We now turn the analysis over to our international viewing audience. How do you evaluate the strategic economic model used by Jordan to bypass major record labels? Do you believe more mainstream artists will follow her independent blueprint to reclaim their master rights in 2026? We welcome your professional and analytical insights in the comment section below. To ensure you remain permanently connected to our continuous investigative updates on the global entertainment sector, ensure you execute the subscription mechanism, engage the notification bell, and distribute this report across your digital networks. Thank you for your high-level analytical engagement tonight. This is Next Star Studio signing off from our central newsroom. Good night and take care.